So today our topic we are having, that is the baroreceptor. What is baroreceptor? These are the sensory neurons. So our topic we are having that the control of blood pressure or the regulation by the baroreceptor. So let's see how the blood pressure is basically controlled. So as you guys all know, the normal blood pressure we are having, that is 120 to 80 mm of mercury. Okay, so this basically the controlation of the blood pressure or the regulation basically controlled by the, that is controlled by vasometer center. What is vasometer center? This is basically a center which is present in medulla oblongata. Present in the medulla oblongata. What is medulla oblongata? This is basically the part of a brain stem, or you can say the part of the brain. Okay, so the stimuli that would be detected by the baroreceptor. Okay, so we are also calling baroreceptor as a stretching receptor or sensory receptor or neurons. Okay, so these receptors are basically present in the aorta, through which you can say that the oxygenated blood is moving to the from ventricle to the aorta. And we are having the, this is also present in the carotid arch. This is the carotid arch. This is the largest artery, and this is the carotid arch where the, you guys all know, the deoxygenated blood is basically moving in the body. So if we are having the aorta is having the baroreceptor, which means we are calling that as a aortic baroreceptor. If we talk about the carotid, so we are calling that as a carotid baroreceptor. Okay, so this carotid arc, as you guys all know, is basically take the oxygenated blood to the head region. Okay, and this is the aorta which provide the, you can say that the blood to the all of the body. Okay, so here, as you guys all know, the pressure is high, as you all guys know. Okay, so baroreceptor basically are the receptor that basically baroreceptor are the neurons that basically detect that the blood pressure is high or low. But blood pressure is high or low. Okay, so we are having the carotid arch or aorta that basically check, we are having the receptor that basically check that the, that we are having baroreceptor, that we are having the aortic and the carotid. So they basically detect the aortic or carotid. They basically detect the, you can say that the stimuli that the blood pressure is high or low. So they will give the message to the medulla oblongata. This is the part of the brain stem. As you guys all know, the brain stem consists of the cerebellum, medulla oblongata and pons. So the message will move to the medulla oblongata. Okay, after that this medulla oblongata will check that the blood pressure is high or low. Okay, so as you guys all know, we are having the autonomic nervous system. We are having two parts of autonomic nervous system. One is sympathetic and second one we are having the parasympathetic. Okay, so this basically the message will from oblongata will move toward the sympathetic when the blood pressure is low. And the message from medulla oblongata will move toward the parasympathetic when the blood pressure is high. Okay, so the, if you talk about this, basically sympathetic basically work when the blood pressure is low. Then the message will go that the heartbeat should be increased. So the heartbeat will increased here. So the command will move that the to increase the heartbeat. So when the heartbeat will increase, so the blood pressure will be getting normal, and the medulla oblongata will give the message to the parasympathetic where the blood pressure is low. So the command will be moved toward the heart that the heartbeat should be decrease. These are anti-parallel decrease, which means that the blood pressure is high, so for that the blood pressure will get normal. Okay, so the message will move toward the involuntary muscles, okay, which are the cardiac muscles. Okay, so the cardiac muscles can work here of the muscle of the heart to, you can say that, prevent the heartbeat. Okay, so sometime whether the water is basically less, for example, the sometime the message is moved toward the hypothalamus too. We are having the message to the medulla oblongata, but we are sometimes the message is moved toward the hypothalamus when the water is less in blood. So the message will move toward the hypothalamus, and as you guys all know, hypothalamus, we are having the osmoreceptor. Okay, so that hypothalamus basically, that hypothalamus is released by the ADH will release, that is the you can say antidiuretic hormone, that is basically released by the hypothalamus, but it stores in the pituitary gland. Okay, so it will send, hypothalamus will send message to the pituitary gland that to release the ADH. Then the vessels will basically contract, and the vessels will basically contract, so the water from urine, so the message will move toward the hypothalamus to the pituitary gland that to release the ADH, so through which the vessels will get contract, and after, so from the urine the water will move toward the blood by the interstitial fluid, then the blood pressure will get increase. So this is the condition that the message is moved toward the hypothalamus sometime. Okay, so parasympathetic basically work when the blood pressure is high, then the message will move toward the carotid arch. Okay, so that the parasympathetic basically work, and if we talk about the sympathetic, so here the sympathetic, the vasoconstriction will occur. What does it mean? It means that the vasoconstriction, that the vessels will get narrow, through which the blood pressure heartbeat get increase, and the blood pressure will become normal. And here the vasodilation will occur. It means that the vessels will become wider, so the heartbeat will become decrease, and the pressure will become normal. Okay, so this was about the baroreceptor. We are having two baroreceptor that basically work as a blood pressure to normalize the blood pressure or regulate or control the blood pressure.